So, okay. I went to watch this at a midnight showing, and honestly, it was pretty good. It was a really fun time. So, this is going to be a spoiler free review since Mario is like one of those movies where you're probably going to see like a ton of spoilers on the internet because a lot of people like this movie just want to share like any other moment, any fun moment or anything from the movie. So, count yourself lucky if I do say so myself. The plot's pretty simple. Mario and Luigi find a mysterious pipe and they get separated from each other, which leads to Luigi getting captured by Bowser. So now Mario, Toad, and Peach have to go team up with the Kongs to help defeat Bowser and save the world. And Luigi. That's all I can honestly say for the plot as a spoiler-free review. Let me talk about the pros and the cons of this movie. First, I'll start off with the pros, of course. For one, the animation is just great. We've always seen Mario in like in a 3D animated form, like in the current video games, like Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 3D World, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We're kind of used to seeing Mario being in 3D, and with Illumination animating the movie and everything like that, it looks really good. It looks good. It works really well. It's just really good. Another thing I want to talk about is the voice acting. I know the internet was very, very concerned about Chris Pratt being the voice of Mario, but no, he actually does a really good job. Like, honestly, when I'm watching the movie, I can't even tell if that's Chris Pratt's voice, because I honestly hear Mario. I don't hear Chris Pratt. I hear Mario. Charlie Day as Luigi does work really well. The same goes for Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach and Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. These voices work really well, and these characters were interesting to watch them, I'm going to be honest. The thing with Peach, though, is that she's the one helping Mario to save Luigi for this movie. It's not like the other way around, like in the games, how it's usually like Luigi and Mario going out to save Peach from Bowser. It's kind of like the other way around, which it's kind of refreshing. I mean, hey, it's a movie. You kind of want to take a break from something else from the original source material. Maybe you mix it up a little bit. Hey, I'm fine with it. I'm cool with change, if I'm going to be honest. Toad's really nice to watch and actually does get some comedic moments too. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong actually kind of fits. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I always thought that they were gonna go for a gruff type voice for Donkey Kong, but no. From the way he is in the movie, Seth Rogen's voice actually fits the character well. He's kind of more comedic, I guess I can say, but it works well for me, to be honest. He's just a really funny character to watch, if I'm gonna be honest. But now let's talk about my boy Bowser, voiced by Jack Black. Hands down, Jack Black is perfect for this role, if I'm going to be honest here. Jack Black's performance as Bowser is just so good. Bowser in this movie is pretty menacing, and he's also actually really funny. I could tell the VAs for this movie, especially Jack Black, had a lot of fun voicing their characters. But I don't want to talk about the VAs too much. Let's talk about the actual movie in general. The Mario movie is a fun ride. It's a fun ride for everyone. From OG Mario fans to average moviegoers, it's just a really entertaining, fun movie. Like, I honestly think that this would have to be one of your favorite movies out of the entire year. Oh, at least so far it has to be, but still, like, it's a really good movie. The thing with this movie is that it has, like, a bunch of Mario, even slight Nintendo references and Easter eggs that you'll find and you'll kind of recognize and everything. That's just gonna make your Nintendo heart just glow, I guess I can say. I don't even know how to put it. Just, it's gonna give you like a hint of nostalgia, I guess I can say. This movie's got some good comedy. It's usually because of the funny stuff that kind of happens to Mario. Sometimes it could be with Toad just having like some comedic lines here and there. And the same thing goes with Donkey Kong as well. Like, Donkey Kong's a funny character actually in this movie. Like, it's actually fun watching him. But I honestly do think that Bowser is the one that actually carries the comedy in this movie. Like, Jack Black's a funny actor, and of course he would want to have some comedic moments for Bowser as well, and it works well too. There's actually some pretty good action here that's actually gonna most likely give you a hint of nostalgia for someone that plays some of the original Mario games and everything. From like the little gimmicks and everything like that, from remember how you play the games and everything. I think there's actually even a couple of like gimmick references to Super Smash Bros. Actually, and honestly, just the way how the entire world, from the Mushroom Kingdom to Kong Island, basically everything from that world is all inspired from the Mario games, and it just looks so good. But yeah, this movie's not perfect for sure. So let's talk about some cons. So like I said before, I do think that Chris Pratt's Mario voice actually does fit well for the character. But there are a couple times where it kind of like where Chris Pratt actually kind of slips up a bit. Like most of the time, you're gonna hear Mario, like not Chris Pratt. You actually hear Mario, but for a couple of the voice lines, like here and there, Chris Pratt kind of slips up a bit, and now then it just kind of sounds like Chris Pratt just in a Brooklyn accent for like a couple of voice lines. But then again, it just kind of builds itself back up. So I mean, sure, it's fine, but that's just like a little nitpick I had, to be honest. Another con I had with this movie was that it was kind of fast, to be honest. Like honestly, one of the things I was worried about for this movie that it wasn't gonna take its time for exploring the world from the Mario games, because we all know we would want that, to be honest. Like, let Mario explore a little bit more from the Mushroom Kingdom, maybe like a tiny bit of Kong Island. But honestly, the exploring part just kind of mostly goes from the time when Peach and Mario leave Mushroom Kingdom, from the time they're at Kong Island and everything. Like, I feel like there could have been some other unique moments that were in areas of the world where, yeah, it's inspired by the Mario games, but I feel like they should have done a little bit more, or at least make the movie like a little bit longer, like maybe 10 minutes longer at the least, maybe. Like, if there's like an extended cut for this movie, I wouldn't care what they would have to do with it. Just make it longer. Please. At least 10 minutes. Like, another one of the little nitpicks I have for this movie is that there's this one Kong character that you would expect to have like a deep gruff voice, but it just sounds like something else. I mean, like, okay, I was kind of okay about it, but I feel like it was kind of a misdirected voice for a Kong character, I guess you can say. One thing I'll talk about here is about some of Bowser's intentions with a certain character. I'm not going to spoil much, but I'm just going to say that if you're someone that hasn't played much or basically any of the Mario games, or is not necessarily involved in the fandom or anything like that, you're most likely going to be kind of confused. But as for me, it was kind of an unexpected turn, but I know it was still faithful to the games, but it actually gets funnier like later on, I swear. Oh man. That's honestly kind of it for pros and cons for the movie, but overall this movie is a fun ride. I honestly think you guys would have to see it. If you're someone that doesn't even plan on watching this movie, I'm just gonna assume you hate fun. Kind of like the critics, don't you think? But for sure, I'll guarantee you'll love this movie. There is a couple of end credit scenes, so make sure you stay until the end for the movie. So after some critical thinking, I do think that the Mario movie gives a well-deserved 8.6 out of 10. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but the movie is really good. Like, you'll have a fun time with this movie. But as for the question from my last video, is the Mario movie better than Sonic 2? And honestly, after rewatching it, and after some critical thinking about it, yeah, it kinda is. Not gonna lie.
I had to betray you. You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself. No, Optimus!
But that doesn't mean Sonic 2 isn't one of my favorites anymore. I just think that the Mario movie is another one of my favorites now, to be honest. And honestly, I think that Mario kind of had an advantage for being a fully animated video game movie. Like, it kind of has an advantage there, if I'm being honest. And while I do think that Sonic 2 is the best live action video game movie, as a video game movie overall, Mario kind of wins, not gonna lie. But that's gonna be it for the video. Make sure you do leave a like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter if you can at ttv_sonicbro, and I'll see you guys next time.